Okay, hello there. My name is Jarek.
Hello, my name is Simon.
And welcome to our stream. And yeah, so what are we gonna do today? What are we gonna talk about?
Oh, lots of exciting topics, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, we'll have quite a lot in the pipeline, so we're gonna go through that. Today's mainly I want to do update about production. Oh, by the way, let me know in the comments, can you actually hear us? Because we needed to change the mic. Marcus, hello, hi there. Enemy, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Marcin, we got we got some important news for Home 3, definitely, so you can look forward to that.
Oh yeah. I see a lot of questions about the Home 3. We're gonna go through them just in a second. I've got other things actually to discuss as well, and yeah. So just quickly jump to presentation. This should give you more info about the stuff we plan to do tonight. So usually we're going to start with Emma. So in a second we're going to be answering the questions which we had it on the social medias, right?
Yeah, on the Discord, on as well as some GameFound questions. Are there some Facebook questions as well, or?
I haven't seen any, so maybe,
okay, yeah, maybe mainly on the channel on the Discord. So if you've got any questions, if you want to see them, feature them in a future live stream, then definitely check out the channel on the Discord. Post your questions there, and we'll look forward to answering them next week or next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
in 2 weeks.
Then I'm gonna move to production and some info about the shipping and production. Exciting. After that, we will talk about Deuslair production update quickly, and I will show you some miniatures we managed to manufacture within last couple of weeks, I believe so. And then we have a cave, so lots of development in caves, especially in super stretch goals department. And then we have a Master of the Universe Battleground. Quickly, I will show you how many 6 miniatures, I think. Yeah, 6 miniatures for the wave number 7. This game is actually getting better and better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you check the Board Game Geek, the rating went up again. If you play the game and you like it, definitely recommend checking the Board Game Geek forum out and leaving a rating as well. Because the game is definitely pretty good. It's in really good shape. And
ESSEN, it was actually one of the really best, I would say, seller at ESSEN, but a lot of people actually were interested in the game and playtested and such. So yeah. And Germany for us actually is the biggest market for this game at this stage, I think, following by Spain and other countries. But yeah,
lots of multi fans in Germany, right?
Oh yeah. And then we have a little bit about the Titanomachy. We've been actively working on it, so I will show you some early whip renders of miniatures and as well as some concepts. Okay, so let's start with those things. You can read them from there, so do me a favor.
Yeah, sure thing. Caves. Staran says, I was the person who originally suggested making the weapon packs. I'm at it again with this campaign. 1. It would be great if we could buy the weapon sprues on their own in caves, much like we can buy base packs or base sprues.
If you're asking for exactly the same sprues as we had them on Deuslair, obviously Deuslair, I think we're gonna be shipping, or it's gonna be the same time when the shipping happens with the caves, so we might not have them as like additional. In terms of adding more sprues, weapon sprues, not with this campaign, and the main reasons why we want to focus on point actually number 2.
Would love to see get a new similar sprue for caves, perhaps with rocky, demonic, fleshy base decorations, rocks, chains, flame effects, etc. Also, folks have expressed excitement for animals on these sprues, and having some imps, cave snails, fleshlings, etc. would be incredible. Yeah.
So later I've got a full slide because there's one more question regarding the stretch goals and super stretch goals for caves. And later I will show you how many sprues we planned for this Kickstarter in terms of stretch goals. Initially I was thinking about 17-80 different pieces, but to be honest with you, 10 sprues we're gonna look for about 150 different elements and pieces, like a props, and we would like to focus on those things. However, in terms of imps or other miniatures, there will be also something like additional add-ons to buy.
Yeah, additional add-ons containing some creatures as well. There's one planned for each main set. So you've got the rock caves miniatures, the demonic caves miniatures, and the
That's right, yes. Okay, the next one. The question for those like caves, when you say that one of the sprues will be the spider themed sets, is there? Sorry, I don't see it from here.
Is there an unlock of an extra add-on option already included in the super stretch goal set when we hit that mark? Yes, so we have a slide about this, and we'll get to it later in this live stream.
Yeah. I hope it will explain everything.
Kurth says, is there a tentative date for the Caves Kickstarter yet? Not yet, not at this stage. We're still very early. We need to get the pre-painted tech down before we really want to launch this campaign, because it's very important to us.
Yeah,
it's a very important aspect of this entire campaign, our plan to expand the company into the future.
Yep. Shimon wants Indian food. What it takes to trip down to Poznan to get some, and while he is here, to stop in the Q workshop to see about getting them to make Deuslair dice sets. Maybe not Deuslair, but how about the Master of the Universe dice sets? That is something that you guys required. Well, you guys requested. So at the moment we are looking to get them from abroad manufacturer, but I think I've had a visitors from Q Workshop at our stand at ESSEN, and I've got a business card, so maybe we can get in touch with them and get some quote and see how we can make those dice. I mean, Q Workshop is like a Mercedes-Benz. They get top-notch quality dice, and then also quite expensive in terms of that product, but you pay for the quality, right? So we'll see what we can do, but thank you for invite.
And get some Indian on the way.
It sounds like somebody from Q Workshop, by the way.
No, I know the guy. He's good. He's chill.
Yeah, I know, but okay, fine. Okay, read that one.
Croth Blue Steel says, I would guess that for Deuslair it's probably a bit too late, but for Caves, a Rocky dice set, a Demon dice set, a Fleshy Toothy Mimic dice set could work.
Yeah, I know. There is one thing about dice. I've been working on some device, but I won't be able to show it today, and I won't be showing it because why would I today? So I think in terms of dice, it would require a completely new separate campaign, like a full-fledged campaign for dice for DNL. We did had a chat about this one today. You mentioned that people asked for about additional add-ons and such, but a little bit worried about the tech, a little bit worried about other things like getting them right and such. And I don't want to put more pressure on the team. We already have a lot of things like pre-painted miniature, pre-painted terrain. We have sprueless terrain and such. So it's a huge, a lot of challenges for that campaign. So adding more won't be no good. And I would rather deliver on time than actually do something like delivery quicker, faster, making sure it's fast, but it's lower quality. So
yeah, we got tons of projects in the pipeline. I will say, have you seen Awaken Realms' dice? I think they're pretty nice. They look very nice. We would love to also do something. No. Come on. I'd love to do something similar.
In my personal opinion, they look very nice on the table. They're going to look very nice on the table, but they're not usable.
They're not meant to be usable. They're just meant to look nice.
Okay, so
they're just meant to be for the game.
I think the question here is about the guys actually about
I know.
usable. So that's only one thing which I think, that's my opinion. But obviously, And this is exactly the same question coming back for the dice, this time for Master of the Universe game. Yes, we have them already planned. I'm not quite sure what we're going to put on Exploding Sixes. But we have them in a pipeline. Jakub is working on that. I passed the contacts. Maybe we should get in touch as well with the Q Workshop, as I mentioned, to see what they could do for us. That's a little bit long one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good question.
Loken, glad to be here once again. I've backed all the DNL campaigns before, and the quality never ceases to increase in all me and my players. I do have a few questions, however. One, why on GameFound once again? You've altered between this platform and Kickstarter, which is kind of confusing. Okay. For those wondering, this is about the Caves Kickstarter, which we have the pre-page up right now, so you can go and comment there. See what you can leave a comment there. Let us know what you want to see in this campaign.
Exactly. So maybe stop by this question first. Let's maybe get this one out of the way. So there's a couple of things why we want to run campaign on a GameFound, and why terrain campaigns actually are the GameFound platform is much better for the Kickstarter, for the crowdfunding campaigns on terrain, and the sole reason is basically they have much better backend system for add-ons managing. So that's one thing, and the second thing is they just introduced something which is called stretch pay. The stretch pay is basically payment with several installments. You don't have to pay everything on one go, which allows you to actually jump on board with our products. I'm not saying we're expensive. I'm only saying that you can actually cover an entire room of dungeons if you want, but that will be expensive. So that's two things which really are very, very good for creators, I think, personally, and something which is missing on the Kickstarter platform itself. So yeah.
For those wondering, that's the reason why Heroes doesn't have stretch pay, because I saw a lot of people asking for stretch pay for Heroes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't launch the campaign on GameFound, so we don't have that option.
Yeah.
For those wondering.
So, and the times are tough, and I think this is everything we can support our backers, everything we can support our customers, even they want to join the the campaign, but they are not able to pay everything in full at one go. That's great. I think this is awesome. So Kickstarter people, if you're looking, I doubt, but if you're looking, if you're watching this, or if you're looking what actually GameFound is doing, just follow them, because you're lacking a lot.
May our prayers be answered.
The second question is...
question 2. How will you handle stretch goals? Please make them realistically achievable from the get-go, because the monetary goals for the last campaign were absolutely bonkers before they need to be tweaked. I know that the stretch goals are set before the beginning of the campaign, but having them change in value mid-campaign because we weren't reaching the desired numbers feels like you are holding out on us backers from the beginning.
Okay, so how this sausage is made. The question really... this is Emma, so we can actually tell you how the sausage is made. You have to bear in mind that every single campaign is designed. It's not like this is not like going on a campaign with no plan whatsoever. So we have everything planned, how much content we can actually unlock, and there's several reasons going up and down. Okay, let's say the Deuslair campaign was kind of big question mark, because
it was a bit weird. Yeah,
it was weird because we started with massive Steam, massive what's the name? A lot of Steam. We had lots of Steam on that campaign when it started, and then all of a sudden, day 3, 4, and 5, it slowed down, and then we pick it up a little bit at the end of the campaign. We obviously very, very happy about the results. It was our second biggest campaign we ever launched with Dungeons and Lasers things, but I think I've been following and tracking many other Kickstarters. I can tell you right now that something has changed, and changed drastically. So most of the campaigns, they have very good start, and then slow middle, extremely slow middle, and then they pick it up at the end. So that's the new trend. That's how I call this inflation trend, or 2022-2023 ahead trend of Kickstarters. So every single campaign will have to be reflected. So our campaign, Deuslair, was actually designed to be still the old style of trends. And that's the reason so you see the numbers actually changing and such, because we had the graphics, everything ready for different kind of numbers, and then eventually we said, well, the math doesn't work anymore. So all the calculations we had about how it should be based on the calculation for the first 48 hours were not working. It was like, what's going on here? Obviously, it is combined with point number 3, which you mentioned about the what would the measure is in place to ensure the ad debacle that occurred during the last campaign doesn't happen again. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's no measures at the moment. We had 3 different accounts connected now to the Facebook. All of randomly our cards getting blocked by Facebook and by the bank. So we actually have a second bank account now in different bank, which got also that card is attached. So at the moment, till we start the campaign, we don't know. So I don't know. I think we fixed that permanently. However, just recently, a couple of weeks ago, we increased the threshold payment on the cards, and guess what? It was blocked again. So it's like either our bank doesn't like us, or there's some issues with Facebook. And on top of that, there are some issues with Facebook with ads. They tend to burn a lot of money you put in ads within first few hours, and then all of a sudden, with no good
explanation.
But not with no good return, return of investment. So that's something strange is happening, and they've been actually telling us this is their fault, and give us some discount, some money back, or whatever was happening.
So basically what's happening is, for those that aren't really aware of the situation, during the campaign for Deuslair, our card was being declined for the ads, for the Facebook ads. and because of that, the campaign really slowed down, which is also something we weren't expecting.
Yeah.
So the stretch goals are also had problems reaching.
Yeah, but I think there were two problems, right? The ads definitely was one of the biggest one because we couldn't get the traffic on the page, and the second one was that we had that new trend, which we talk about this one internally several times. That at the moment it's I think we will go back to normal business in terms of everything. So this means the trends and such on a crowdfunding platforms in 2024 maybe. Yeah, I mean we can see a huge increase now in retail, by the way. So this is something I would like to talk to you, but I don't know whether today. I don't want to get too much.
For Malta Battleground, will there be a new board with Wave 7? I like my miniatures bases to match the board, for example the main board for the Masters Universe and the Evil Warriors, Britannia's board for Wave 2 for the Tyrannosaurus, etc. Since Etheria is more colourful than Eternia, I wanted to know if I had to stay with the main board's colours for the She-Ra and Swiftwind base, or will there be any new colours to use?
Okay, for Wave 7, no, we don't have it. There is no new board. There's I think 7 or 8 miniatures, something like that in that. However, there is no new board. There's also terrain. So that is only some. I don't have a terrain to show you today because I only have miniatures, so terrain will be in the next summer. But no new board, unfortunately. But stay tuned. We plan.
Yeah, we do have plans for.
We have plans.
We have plans.
Always.
We always have plans. Yes.
There is a plan for a two-player expansion. It's not like normal add-on, but then I think we should include a new board as well with that. All right, let's go to heroes.
This is what most of the people have been waiting for, I think.
Yeah, I know. We have some questions to answer here. We're gonna go for them as well for the heroes. So let's do a small calendar. I just want to show you quickly the calendar on how we draw this thing. So we are in October. That small dot over there, the blue dot, is actually where we are at the moment. So it's October.
Don't get scared by the graph.
I'll take it slowly, step by step, right? So October, November, December till the next year. So production, as you know, the production started, and this is what. Okay, so just a little bit introduction. At ESSEN, we had visitors, and they were the manufacturing company. They came around, and we had discussion about the production, about the delivery, about everything, all the kind of goals and the milestones we have to reach in order to actually get to that plan. We have been told is fully granted by them, and this plan I'm showing you right now is according what we've been told literally last week. So production started, and production will be ongoing from October, November, December until January. So this is all production, but don't freak out yet.
Yeah, don't freak out yet.
Don't freak out yet. Okay. Now shipping. So obviously, when the production started, we're not gonna wait for everything to be produced and packed on one ship. What we discussed with them is we're not in a position to wait for anything, and we're not going to be happy to wait for anything whatsoever because there's a variety of different pledges and such. And also we have decided that all the pledges will be pre-packed in manufacturers. So in China, manufacturer will actually pre-pack your pledges as well. So this is additional process added to everything. So we say to them, look, we won't be waiting for that. We want you to start shipping, and let's put the plan together about what exactly is going to be shipped, how and when. So the shipping to us is going to start from November, and then every month we're going to receive, or every 3 weeks, we should be receiving new stock. I think this is the best way, and this is the best way and the best solution to get out of 43 or 44,000 parcels. So we're not gonna be waiting like other companies. I mean, you probably have heard other companies were waiting for stock to come through and then start shipping such. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we want to start shipping in December. That's the most important part.
Exactly. So we
promised it, and we gotta keep to our promises.
So in November, so next month, towards the end of next month, we should have on board non-pre-shaded and non-big box pledges. So everything should be shipped to us that month. From December onwards, they're going to be packing on the boat the big boxes and pre-shaded. So everything will be from December onward will be manufactured and packed. So okay. So what does it mean in terms of shipping? So once everything is left from China to the hub, then from hub it needs to go to backers. So we are going to start shipping starting from December. So realistically, this look like that. So non-pre-shaded, everything non-pre-shaded, non-big box, December delivery. So it's the December shipping. And then following with that one big box and pre-shaded towards the end of February. We believe end of February will be the last time when the external company, and you have to bear in mind this is massive company, we're using Green Logistics. Green Logistics is the same company which shipped out Witcher, the board game. So the Witcher was about 6 months shipping or 5 months shipping, but they had other issues and problems. But
well, they have a lot of other companies as well that handle shipping, not just Green Logistics.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna be using. No, the Witcher actually was only Green Logistics for Europe.
Really?
Yes. Only.
Oh, for Europe, yeah.
For Europe. So effectively, this is how delivery looks. So we promised to start shipping December. We're gonna keep the dates. Obviously, some of you will have to wait a little bit longer because stuff needs to be physically manufactured, made, and such. And then on top of that, yeah. So it's kind of, it is very large, successful campaign, but we have to make sure that everything it's work according to the according to that plan, otherwise it will fall apart. Yeah, so to recap, production started. First batch of production is going to be shipped to us in November. We're going to receive December. We start shipping in December. So
yeah, one more thing that's very important here. Are we going to have tracking for the ships?
Yes, we're going to have tracking for the ships. You'll be able to follow those tracking numbers. We'll provide those tracking numbers to you. So that's
you'll be able to see live where your packages are right now on the map when they leave the port.
Yeah, but we have to bear in mind this all orange line, which is on the screen now. You can see on the screen. It's divided into several different ships, right? So we will come back to you informing about this ship left and such and such. I think it's something like 30 something containers. So there's something silly. The number is huge of the containers anyway, and yeah. And as I mentioned, we're not going to be waiting for everything to be manufactured to then decide to start shipping it. We will get them continuously getting the shipment from China to the hub. Okay, I think this is kind of good news because first of all we're going to keep in the dates, the shipping we started, but also we wanted we'll show you this one because that's the real plan, right? This is what every single Kickstarter we have. There's a beginning of shipping, there's an end of shipping, and bigger the Kickstarter is, longer it takes to actually
this Kickstarter has so many people. It's actually shocking. Even after the campaign's done, people joining in the Pledge Manager. The amount of people that joined in the Pledge Manager is honestly really shocking as well.
It is. It's great. So there's a couple yellow flags as always. I put those yellow flags because of this is something new to me as well. There's a new process, and I want to be honest with you about those things as well. So first of all, pre-packed pledges in China. What does it mean? It means that usually in the previous board games, I mean, as you know, plastic injection elements, everything is made in-house. That game also is made in-house. But like Wolfenstein, for instance, we received Wolfenstein in massive containers, and we needed to actually get that game assembled individually in the individual parcels and such, and then pushed out to the backers. This time we want that one to be in China, and then one big box will be made for a backer. So I say this is red flag because we haven't done this one. We need to make sure that 100% of pledges are basically assembled correctly and there is no issues whatsoever. I mean, I don't expect any issues. If any issues happen, that's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have to ship stuff again and reship and everything else. So yeah, that's the biggest challenge. And also I mentioned here sample batch shipping. In the previous Kickstarters, always, every single Kickstarter we start with sample batch shipping. It means we shipped out, again, it's combined with this pre-packed. We always ship like 150, 200, 300 parcels or even 500 parcels, and then wait a couple of weeks just to see whether we get some damages, whether we get some issues whatsoever, or maybe mispacks, or maybe some packing instruction was wrong, and people assembled parts wrongly. So we won't have this privilege here with doing that. So yeah, that's my yellow flags, and yeah, I want to be quite open on those things. Yeah. So if anything goes right here, we should have been fully. The Kickstarter, the Heroes Kickstarter should be fully closed. And
well, not just yet. We have Wave 2 as well.
Yeah, there's a Wave 2, obviously, but you have to bear in mind one thing. Wave 2, it is mentioned here as well. So to be on that, we are far ahead with Wave 2. far ahead with in terms of even translation wave 2, and currently everything is getting put in the book. So I haven't been put here, but I think by the end of January, February, I should have here wave 2 actually included, because I want to make sure that wave 2 is before Chinese New Year, which is just by the end of February. So that's also a critical date for us, and to manufacturer, just to make sure that everything is manufactured by the Chinese New Year. Otherwise, everything will be shipped by not March, but I think maybe end of May or something crazy.
Yeah,
as you know, they go for.
To be clear, the plan is originally was to ship within Q2 of 2024, but if we do it before the New Year, then that's really great.
Before the Chinese New Year, that's what I want to do. So that's the big discussion we have currently. I haven't put the arrow here, but I don't want to give you false promises that I told you that it's going to be available. The wave 2 will be available to be shipped before in the Q1. So I haven't put it here, but okay.
Yeah. One more thing. When it comes to the update for Heroes 3, we're currently waiting for some pictures from the factory to come by, so we can actually add them into the update. Right now, the earliest they're going to be next week, possibly the week after that. So we're just waiting right now. Yeah. I'm really hoping they're going to come by next week, though.
The only reason is because the guys from factory, not everybody, but all the marketing team from the factory actually went to ESSEN SPIEL, and it was 36 people from that factory. Just
really?
Yeah. All of them, all the office basically. So there is actually, except to normal workers, there's no marketing team, and marketing team wants to do two things. One, they want to take photos, but two, they also want to record nice video to show you everything. So they said once they back, they will record everything, and we're gonna get it. So yeah,
that sounds good.
That's only one thing.
I'd like a video.
Yeah, well, they have a proper marketing team, so why not? They should. For them, it's also a huge project. I mean, we had amazing discussions with those guys, and they also in love with this IP. Just because they've been playing those games, especially Heroes.
Yeah, it's really surprising how popular Hero is abroad as well.
Yeah,
not just in Poland.
In China, actually, it's like we finish at Heroes 7, and in China it's Heroes 9 and many mobile games and such. So yeah, it's extremely popular.
China loves its mobile games, definitely. There's that Heroes one as well, the Heroes Era of Chaos.
Right, so maybe we should focus on some questions.
Yeah, some questions. That'd be great.
So let's have a look here.
So for Hom 3, Mr. X's says, Hom 3, are you planning to make Conflicts add-on in the future? Because it's my favorite faction and I'd love to see it. By the way, you're doing such an amazing job and your interaction with the community is great. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Of course, yes.
Yeah. We're definitely planning on releasing more expansions.
3 more factions.
Yeah, 3 more. Possibly even more. No, not factions, expansions. I'm just saying. Like, there are still some mechanics that are... So we can implement.
Yeah, but factions. Make sure that we 3 more factions. Although we had a chat today about it, whether we could potentially make more factions, and Jakub was mentioning, maybe not. We don't know. But we definitely have 3 more, and one of them is Conflicts.
Yeah, definitely.
And thanks for the question. Okay. We will be showing this next week, and I think we're gonna have a photos for that for you. This is something. This is something I would just say today. This is something which I have a I have a large thought going in my head through about how to actually make it Master of Orion, and add some idea which I'm actually going to be developing over weekend. A new take and approach, and one of the reasons is that I was at ESSEN, walking by, looking at the tables, looking at the games which actually going to release, or games that already been released, and looking at those 4Xs, and something struck me. And let me just first...
A stroke of genius, if you would.
Craziness?
Well, there's the line between a genius and a mad scientist is it's quite thin.
Yeah, so as an engineer, I would like to do something and try something out. How to say that without... Okay, so I've been thinking to make it more 3D than it is. currently. So many of the games, when you put on a table, especially those normal suspects, so we're talking here about the Eclipse and Twilight
Imperium, yeah,
and also Eve, which is gonna be available. They all look very, very similar, and really
maybe the Stellaris board game, maybe in the future. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's good and it comes out and it's actually
hasn't come out yet, right?
It hasn't come out yet, no. But so, apparently they're still working on it. They're still improving the game, which I'm hoping it's going to be good.
Exactly. So all those games look exactly the same, and I came to conclusions that why are we not gonna make like a proper 3D space, like elements floating here, there.
Okay, you're going off the deep end. It's too much. It's too much.
I mean, this is something crazy. We have a plastic injection factory, so why not? Do something really, really something which, when you put other games next to our game, you definitely is going to be saying, no, that's something new, that's different. Yeah. Okay, let's go for you. We will get shaded. Yes, I think yes, because we have to keep with the same protocol.
Oh,
yeah, we have to.
I don't think there are plans to release shaded into the retail.
Oh, okay, that might change.
Well, actually, that's a good point, because according to the information I've been told, we're not planning on releasing future factions with shaded miniatures, but if they're releasing to retail, I mean,
yeah.
At least for the factions that are out right now, the factions that are out right now definitely will not be released to retail with shaded options.
Yeah. So whether you mean first wave or you made the basic pledges and such, I think they fall into this category here. So starting from December. When you're going to get it is depending where you are located. If you're located in Poland, I'm guessing you will get before Christmas right away, early before Christmas, as soon as we manage to get this everything offloaded to the green logistics. Okay, so if you're somewhere far away in Europe, like, I don't know, Portugal or something, it might take at least a week after we have start shipping it. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is quite early questions. Okay, let's go to the bottom. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that question. I'll pass this question to the team. Oh, question to you.
The message. So Marcin says, Heroes 3, I remember there was a conversation once about a map for the Battlefield expansion. You won't go into it, but is it possible for you to share a file with good quality of the previously shared boards? What would you think about that? Because we have some assets that probably won't go used right now. So
a couple things. We are unable to share any assets. That's the thing. First thing, because it's a license. It's a licensed project, and we are not allowed to do so. But the gaming map, this is good idea, but we don't know where we could do that. Maybe with, as Shimon mentioned, maybe because we have plans for some other expansions, maybe it could be part of one of the future expansions.
Could it be neoprene map or just paper or
some nice custom dice along with the map, because that question is about the map. Yeah. I need to take notes. Okay, I'll watch the video then. Sorry, usually I take notes to remember. I don't have my pen and paper. Tidy up my desk, so that's why. Yes, this is yes, of course, yes. Asha, we already talked about this last week, and yes, we're gonna be recording how to play. That's the question, yeah? Playthroughs, that's exactly. Actually, it's gonna be more than just the playthroughs. What we want to do is how to play game, and each of these individual sections to explain you how the game is played. So yeah, it's gonna be before shipping. We agreed within the team that we should have that out at least in December, early December. So before shipping, so we'll be able to see all the actions and everything else, yeah? Okay, let's see. No, you're not late.
Yeah, Shion, you're all good.
Oh, okay, that counts.
Does being close to you in terms of region might cause my package to arrive earlier than January? I pledged my big box for big box, and I live in Israel.
Yeah, so the big box shipping is starting in January, so we should be around about January, February delivery. I'm not quite sure how long does it take to ship to Israel. I think we have few customers already in the past from Israel, and it's around about a week and a half because of customs. Or 2 weeks because of customs. So once we announce that, look, big boxes pre-shaded are actually going out, and this is the number of parcels we're shipping out, you should be fully informed about, yeah? Okay, 1 second. Yeah, my chat is I've got other window and I have to scroll down and then scroll up to be refreshed. So yeah, why aren't big box backers first? Yeah, that's a good question. I can answer that easily, because the manufacturers got the problem with big box and they need to make it bigger. Simple. And they told us on ESSEN that there is some issues, technical issues, and they're fixing it right now. Apparently, I mean, I know what happened. They got a number of components correctly from us. Everything was okay on our end, and they made a what's the name? They've made for one component less, one of the elements, some terrain pieces or something like that less. So it means they needed to increase the size of how it's called, the thingy we put miniatures in.
The tray?
The tray, yes. Sorry, I missed the word today. I'm missing a lot of words today.
So good.
So the tray needed to be changed, and actually tray increased this in a size, which means that now the box needs to be redesigned. Simple. That true honest answer. So yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Anthony says, would you ever release a patch of cards with the purpose of balancing any underpowered or overpowered units, abilities, or spells?
I think this is part of support. I mean, the way we support our game post release, and only because we have, well, not only, also because we have a big plans for this game to continue exist for the next, I don't know, at least six years. Yeah, you might expect some FAQs, some patch, some info, like you would get from other companies, right? So we're not abandoning projects. I mean, I don't know where this question is coming from, because many companies which they run Kickstarter, they usually abandon the projects and move to the next one, and the game is left alone. That's not the case with us. We have a big plans for it, and we already said that we're going to be continue this one turning. So yes, we might expect. Whether it's going to be physical replacement product, I don't know. I haven't seen this one yet by other companies, but it might be more in a level of actually getting FAQs and such. Okay.
Lewis Cho says, do you know when it is planned, or if it is, to be able to download the manual in the rest of the Wave 2 languages?
Okay, if somebody from my team is watching, is able to answer this question. If not, very, very soon.
Yeah, we also need to release the Wave 1 languages, the rest of them, because we currently only have Polish and English available on our website. Okay. Which is definitely something that's been asked a couple of times. I believe the plan is to release them next week sometime, because the German version is still being finalized. Yeah, the German version being still put together, finalized. It doesn't affect production whatsoever, because this is the last step in production anyway. We always we always send the manual as a last to be printed and put it into the onto assembly line, and that's okay with the manufacturer, because the biggest problem is actually the gluing boards and everything else. That's the biggest that's the bottleneck in terms of manufacturing. But the German has been fully finalized. I know there were some rule questions, so literally at ESSEN we had a chat with our translators that were mentioning some two things. I've seen the documents, they show me exactly what the questions were. I don't think they are any type of major, maybe one or two, which we're going to be addressing before we send the final books to print. But I'll ask the team when they're going to be available. Shimon is doing updates anyway, so make sure don't forget about those things and make sure they include it in update. Yeah? I'm reminding the leader, the team leader. Is this all good?
Okay.
Thanks, I appreciate all your hard work and transparency. I wish you best of luck for your upcoming games and big thumbs up for your dev team. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, and keep safe. Keep safe.
Yeah,
man.
stay safe out there.
Keep safe and stay safe. Right. Okay, there were some questions here about...
Well, there's probably some a bit higher up, but I don't know if you want to move on with the...
That's a good stuff.
It's a good question. Okay, Matthew Morgan says, given that you get funding up front before user response, how do you decide if HOM is a successful product and warrants further investment?
So that's extremely difficult business question, and I'm happy to answer that. Let me just start with things like how much profit you make out of board games, especially the IP licensed board games. There is a new magazine which was just released by CD Action in Poland, fully about the Heroes 3, and there is article with us, and when I mention about that. So IP product usually don't make much profit. I don't know if you realize that, but obviously there's several stakeholders which they also take away, the money from
in royalties.
In terms of royalties. So in general, financial success, I would say is in pair of our plastic injection successes. Okay, I mentioned the full number. Full number is around about 15 to 17% of profit out of all the money you can see that being raised. Effectively, plastic injection gives us about 3 times that, roundabout. So the plastic injection projects like dungeons and lasers and such, it's much more profitable than actually board games. And board games, you have to involve design development, cost is also huge and such. So there is a projects which we really want to have it. This is really a project that we want to in our portfolio, because we always wanted to play those games, right? That's the main reason, one of the main reasons. Like Master of Orion, my team was asking why we're going for this, because I wanted, and also because my friend's going to kill me if I won't do that. And the main reason is in our neighborhood there were 2 games back in the 90s, right? It was the Heroes 3 and Master of Orion, and we have a team people playing Master of Orion hating Heroes 3, and then we have a team playing Heroes 3 and hating Master of Orion. I was like in the middle ground, although I was like in really Master of Orion. And when we announced that Heroes is gonna be made, my friend called me up and said, look, you better make a Master of Orion 3 or I'll find you and kill you. So he was joking, obviously, but yeah. That's,
better safe than sorry.
Better, yeah. Better. Now, I mentioned to him, look, I was fishing for Master of Orion for many years. I couldn't get through, but finally we managed to, knock into right door, and yeah. So whether this is the projects we would like to invest further, yes, we would like to, because there is a potential for the next couple of years to increase the number of sales of the core game, and that's very important. Simple thing is, if we're going to leave this project alone and not carry on investing into it, it will die off very, very quickly, right? So you need to have add-ons, you need to have everything. So I keep mentioning about this, that we're gonna be carrying on investing into this product and to this product line, because we kind of expecting that also with new factions, the core box will be also pushed out there, and the game will exist, the game will grow, maybe some tournaments we will have and such. So yeah.
Yeah, the great thing about Heroes 2 is as well is the fact that there's a lot of potential for user-generated content.
Yeah.
So the only real reason Heroes is still alive right now is because of a lot of mods and the community support the game still receives to this day. And you'll be able to do pretty much the exact same stuff with this board game too, whether it's creating your own scenarios or campaigns even.
Yeah.
I've seen some people even design or reproduce factions for the board game as well, which is really impressive to me.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, that it's a good project definitely to carry on. Good project definitely to carry on investing, and I want to make sure that at the end of 6 years, maybe in 6 years' time, we're gonna be selling well, the number of boxes we will have out there for heroes will be equal to Twilight Empire, maybe, yeah, something like that. But we have to get there, so it's not like we're gonna be abandoned, abandoned project whatsoever. So basically, keep helping us out with plastic injection projects, because they actually funding many other projects we have in the pipeline. Yeah. It's really long discussion about it. I mean, my team knows very well what's the priorities and why we have to do this and that, and why we have to make projects for the board games. Why we have to, if we only focus on the project from the board games, I don't think we would ever be at the level we are currently. And I think one of the reasons why companies like Mythic's getting a huge financial problem and troubles is basically they focus only on the board games, and only very high content heavy board games where the margins are even lower than the percentages I just mentioned. And yeah, they got themselves in trouble because of that, a huge trouble because of that. Now they're asking for more money and such like that. So
oh yeah, I read what's going on.
It's not
again.
Great.
It's
but
it's kind of shit.
If I'm
sorry, that's my bad. It's Christian stream.
Okay. Anyway, I will maybe one day talk even more about that one, because it's quite interesting. So transfer.
Yeah, Mr. Bongi. Hey, how's your transfer process going on? Do you expect it to impact your timeline for all projects, or do you plan around it?
If you transfer, you move into me. If you mean by moving to
moving to
new
building.
place and such, I'm hoping the office will be there in December. I have the recent pictures, so actually we finish in the building. There's some issues, as always, with health and safety and fire department. So we're gonna have to put massive 5-meter tall wall, and just on the one side of the building, because they're not quite happy about the whatever, I don't know, it's regulations in Poland are silly. But anyway, we have a plan for that wall. It's gonna be fully painted by one of the artists from Piła, and that artist is gonna put massive graffiti on that wall, which will be basically history of our company. But going back to the transfer, I'm hoping the office will be there in December. And then in the same time, maybe if the weather is going to be okay, I would like to move the CNC machines from here, and also injection machines from here to the new building, maybe in January or February, depending on the weather. We cannot move the machines if there is going to be snowy. It's going to be snow or rainy. So both of those things out of question. But we're excited. Really excited. I mean, I said, even if I want to spend Christmas in new building, even if we still have to do some work and we still won't be, we're not going to get a green light from the fire department, I'm going to move in there. Doesn't matter what. I'm going to put my desk. It's going to be my desk only. That's it. Hey?
It's going to be your new home?
Yeah.
You're moving out?
I mean, this is my home anyways.
It's pretty true.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Heroes.
Anthony says, Heroes, will you sell additional new tiles, duplicates for units, or even new hero models?
Well, expansions, right? So if you ask for that, yeah. I mean, every single expansion, future expansion should include exactly what you will find in a current faction expansion, so new tiles and such. But duplicate units, I don't know. Duplicates for units? Why would we? There's no necessary of that. There's no reason for actually have that one.
Oh, well, some people just want the miniatures, just want to paint them up.
I will tell you something. Wait till we will make a big announcement on our. That's too much. But just give us some time. But you will
Stop spoiling stuff. Stop spoiling stuff
to choose from. Oh, I just spoiled it. Yep, I just spoiled it. Okay. Yeah.
Lorcan Leaf says, 100% correct. If you focus exclusively in one niche market, after you have established yourself and have enough money to grow, you are doomed to stagnate.
That's correct. So we have actually, as a business, maybe just quickly, we have 3 avenues stream of revenue. And we literally had a discussion also with Marcin from our Limbs, and our company is on very, very strong foundations at the moment. I mean, Titan foundations, because we have We have manufacturing for external customers, so that's one of the services, and that solo that service could be sufficient. It is sufficient enough to keep running the business. Then we have retail sales with our 80 pages catalog, which I don't have it here to show you, but our catalog of the products is already 80 pages. It's a huge catalog, and also this is growing to the level where we need actually more people, because the current sales team is unable to process all the orders on time. And then we have obviously everything we do for you guys, for you know, on a Kickstarter, on or on a game fund, so those projects as well. So at the moment we kind of happy with where we are financially as well. I just have to start delivering more and more projects, and yeah. But you've got to have some diversity in the business, right? If you stay with one thing and you put all the eggs in one basket, believe me, it will fall, it will break. What's that question?
Ion Argatu. Humphrey, will you support the creation or recreation of scenarios or campaigns, new or from the PC game? That's why we have the scenario creator, so you guys can also help, but I'm sure, like, you know, I'm sure some people from the dev team would throw their own scenarios in from time to time. I'm hoping, because that definitely, you know, is very cool. Radix says, is there a chance you get a license for a Nintendo franchise? The Zelda board game from you would be cool.
We haven't spoke with Nintendo ever, to be honest. I know recently we were on a BL trade show. BL trade show, it's a licensing trade show in the UK. We had a great stand, had lots of visitors coming, and many meetings set up with different licensors. So that's
there's one IP I'm very excited for. I'm hoping it goes somewhere.
We will see.
I really do hope it goes somewhere.
Yes, but we have some nice anime. Did I say that wrong? Yeah, anime, some type of anime. Anime licensing as well coming to the pipeline. Some things I don't. Yeah.
He's a boomer. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I know those. I watch those.
Listen, there are people your age, maybe sometimes even older, that are more interested in this stuff than me. So it's fine.
That's fine. Everybody's got its own.
Yeah, everyone's got their own interests.
Exactly. You know. Okay.
Tim Rose says, yes, please give us hope for a new sci-fi related Kickstarter. Well, I mean, why don't you...
Titan.
Yeah. Why don't you go forward with the slide then?
Yeah. Okay.
I think we have some more stuff to show.
Yep.
Regarding sci-fi.
Plenty. Oh, Jesus, 1 hour almost gone. So, I just want quickly to show you this. Whether you have seen it or not, I hope you have seen it. That was something we posted on the Facebook just to show you the sheer scale. I think I show you on a video on the camera. So yeah, in terms of Deuslair, obviously we had some miniatures. So yeah,
we can actually show them off over here.
Yeah.
Do you want to show off the Kraken first, or
Kraken we already did? But just bring another from that it's on the table over there. Sure. So what I would like to show you, hello camera, hello nice camera. So this week we managed to finish the Evil Eye sprue, and this is something I wanted to show you because this is after we had lots of discussions. By the way, the eye moves inside. That's funny. This is a model when we had actually discussion with our team about, you know, improving the quality and such, and sculpting and everything else. So this is one of the models which is done into kind of, again, slightly level up. I know we make nice miniatures, but some miniatures maybe are less nicer. So that's the Evil Eye. It comes on a small sprue. That's the size of the sprue. Right. This week also we managed to make this sprue, and on that sprue we have a gargoyle. There's a gyro model, which is this. Let me show you. Right. And then on the same sprue we have this thingy. How to say what's that?
That's the shambling mound, I believe.
Yeah? Okay, so you know better. And also this sprue includes additional tentacles. Right?
Yeah, for the Kraken.
For the Kraken, so we got 2 additional ones. I think they're different poses. Right? And have you seen our version of Demigorgon? I don't know whether you have seen that one. Maybe I did show you last time. But it was on my desk, so maybe camera wasn't working last time.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually part of this sprue. This sprue, along with a model which we needed to fix. See, there is our version of. Let me bring it 1 sec. Right, display service.
Guess what the inspiration is, guys?
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so yeah, but we also added rider, and that rider was so small. I didn't like it at all. So what the team did, they actually scale it up. So you're gonna have 2 different riders. You can put a, I don't know, tiny elf or normal size elf.
A malnourished drow.
It was literally mistake. It was literally mistake by our team. So I spotted once I was actually assembling a miniature, and then we decided to add 1 more rider. So you're gonna have 2 riders to choose from. Yep, and I think that's it. There's a few more models here. No, that's about it. There's 1 more model which I don't have it to show you. Okay, but anyway, that is all. I mean, you have seen the Kraken, right? So it is actually quite a large model compared to. Maybe I could compare it to some dragon. Let me show you dragon. That's the ghost dragon. You won't know? No, I won't be able. No, I don't think so. It will work. Yeah. Sorry, camera is reversed, so I need to move left. Okay, so I won't be able to show you that way. That wasn't good. Sorry for that.
That Kraken looks like a...
Yeah.
His mouth looks like a bottomless pit from here.
It is, it is. Definitely, I mean, idea at the beginning was to make this one a D20 holder. I think it's much bigger to hold D20. So yeah, okay.
Well, instead of a D20, you can put your own miniature in there, so...
Exactly like on that video, So let's go back to slides. Deuslair. So there's more miniatures we pre-cut, and you will be able to see them. You'll be able to see them soon. I think on the next live stream. Oh, this is the one I was mentioning when we increased the scale. When we increased the scale for the rider. Yep. So all of that is gonna be available. I hope not next stream.
Yeah.
Quickly to the caves. This is something we had question, and I just want to make sure we have everything clear laid out about how this will work. So the stretch goals, super stretch goals, and add-ons. So at the moment, what we plan out, we plan out about 10 sprues of props, and then you would probably find 100 to 150 different props for caves. And they will be random, various, and such. So they're gonna fit all the themes we're gonna have available, main themes, right? But they can be used for this sub themes, which we called at the moment super stretch goals. So just to give you an idea, this is the box. On that box you will find 109. So it's gonna be much more than the normal fantasy prop packs we have available. So a much bigger box. Then we have a stretch goals. So what's the idea for the stretch goals? The plan is to have 3 super stretch goals during campaign. So each of the each of the super stretch goals will have 3 themes. So that's example, in a stretch goal number 1 themes you have spider nest, goblin lair, and mines. And as a backer you will be able to pick any one of them, right? So if you like spider nest, you can pick that, and then whatever. So one of them you can pick it up for free. And then, and all those super stretch goals also became part of the add-ons. So if you want like double up or make 3 or 4 of the same, you can just add them as add-ons. I will show you in a second how they look and what's the content, because we have already quite a lot of advanced designing on them. So yeah. What else there? Yeah, obviously, once we open this the super stretch goal 2, you can always go back and choose another spider nest if you want. If there is something you don't want in a stretch goal, super stretch goal 2, right? So we give you just that option. Realistically, with three super stretch goals, you can pick if we unlock all three.
Yeah, any kind of combination you want.
Any type of combination, exactly. Yeah, thank you for that. And then we have the add-ons. So in terms of add-ons, you will find 3 sets of miniatures. Those red ones are actually miniatures. And then we have a number of different teams. And this is all the sub-teams we already have planned out. So for this campaign, they're gonna be section painted and pre-painted. So it's gonna be up to you which one you want. Yeah. So at the moment it's actually quite a lot. On top of that, we will also have additional add-ons for pre-painted sets, large pre-painted set from previous campaigns. So something you wanted, if you want to, go get it as well. So this is the also reason why we went with GameFound, because GameFound will manage this one very easily. Absolutely easily. So it's much better to do that. The layout, everything which is on the GameFound works perfectly for this type of campaign when we have a huge number of components and such. Yep. Then what we have here. So let's start with the sub teams. One of the sub teams which currently is called Arena. This is what you're going to find. This is what you can assemble with it. So entrance and then corridor and then arena, combat arena fight. This is roughly the graphic and the tooling layout. So this is the components you're going to find. Each of them, that was the change between the sprue. So out of one sprue, you're gonna get 4 of them. You can assemble this type of elements. That's gonna be small hills and small arena in the middle. And then the theme is very, very Diablo-ish. Should I say that? No.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can just say it's demonic.
It's a demonic. Okay, demonic. Sorry for that word I used before. Yeah, so full layout like this, and then yeah, I think for me personally, that will be the best team I go for. There's a separate things we did new to this, so many of those tiles are you can see through because of the grid, so there's lots of embossing there, so that's new stuff. And also team want to try out some other solutions and ideas about how the bits will work, how the heals will work and such, so like a puzzle style heal, which allows you to move and connect with this element with any other of those elements. So yeah, so each of the sub team will have something special, something unique, right? Then for the caves, the next one is the Chambers of Agony. This is only working title, so you're gonna get 1 sprue out of that, and then
why is it working title?
Because it's working title. Because I know people.
But I'm the one that came up with it.
It is working time. Maybe it will stay. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine. If you guys find a better name, then go for it.
It is in documentation. So I call the working title because sometimes the things change and move around. But that's how how it's actually described at the moment. So anyway, it's 1 sprue, and then times 4. And the idea here is you get a centerpiece. So a centerpiece element, and then obviously a walls around it and such. So you go through and then you move to another one. The main thing is the centerpiece here, with, I don't know, spiky bits. Spiky bits in the middle, and then some additional components. I think this will be the something you can put in a corner, which you have like a cage with some demons inside. We don't know exactly what demons we'll put in there, maybe some humans or demons, we don't know yet, but that's the plan. So,
yeah, the cage is optional, right?
Yeah, it's optional, so that element is fully optional. You can use that cage at any other corner piece. I think it will work on a curved one. Yeah. Then the team showed me the ritual side. Same story here. So as you may see, so why I wanted to show you Chambers of Agony and that, because they all work around the same idea, and then you're gonna be able, once we unlock this, you'll be able to pick either of them. So it's exactly the same idea when we have a centerpiece and the corridor around it.
And all of these are sub themes for the demonic caves, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, for the demonic caves.
Yeah. So here the same, 1 tool, 4 pieces, and they're gonna look like that. In terms of floors, there's some good idea which Shikem came up with, is to have like a bone. What's the name? How would you call that? Like a path.
Yeah, it's a path made of
something like that.
made of someone's spine, I guess.
Yeah. So
very tasteful.
it's gonna be look. I mean, I can't wait it actually to. I know the two tools are already being cut, so we will have.
He's a Diablo fanboy. In case it wasn't obvious enough.
So the Goblin team. This is just. I've seen that one today on a chat. This is early. It's just early whip. I wanted to show you anyway. Here again, an idea about centerpiece and going into kind of KV, I don't know, setting, and then you have some train tracks on top of that, and some goblin huts. Yeah, so that's another one. So the whole idea about those stretch goals is they have to be completely different than you find them with other sets, just to give us some additional options when actually the team is traveling through the caves.
Yeah, finally onto Motu Battleground.
Yeah, finally to Motu Battleground.
Got some arts here ready for you.
Yeah, so take a screenshot, some arts, you will know.
Yeah, take a photo, post it on your forums where you talk about your plans to take over the world.
First, that's Glimmer. That's the first miniature out of the pack, and then we're looking at Castapella. Yeah, and that's the second miniature. Now, we've been designing many miniatures over the years, but I think in terms of female miniatures, this is first of all sculpted by female, and secondly very, very good sculpts. So they've been already proved. Mattel is very happy with those miniatures and such, so they're gonna be part of next release pack. And then obviously we also have arts for them. So quickly, I just want to show you the arts. I'll stay for a few seconds. You can take the screenshots if you want. I know they're floating then on internet quite quickly. And then another set of
VOD. They can always roll back the stream.
Yeah, the another sets of miniatures, female miniatures. We got Frosta. We also have Angela. So Angela needed some changes on the last review, so we did a few changes to that miniature. The problem was the wings. Wings were actually sticking out too much out of the base, and obviously when you play the game, we don't want you to. You want to make sure that actually the miniatures doesn't clash.
Yeah, we don't want the miniature to clip into other miniatures.
Yep. And then obviously we also have arts for them, 1 and 2. And then we're going to move to bow. That's the bow in its full glory. I don't know if you remember, I was only showing this small picture last time, just his face. So that's the bow. It's less dramatic pose and combat pose, but yeah. And then we have a new Shira, new pose with this pack. They're also going to be a terrain. Train with it. I don't have it to show you today. I will do that next time.
Finally, onto Titanomachy. Some people have been asking for more sci-fi campaigns.
Yep. Let's check quickly. Do we have any? Okay. Oh, Jakub, join us. Thank you. Right. So this is just the early whips. Everything you see here will be still changed. There's no much detail on it. This is just the sketch. So we have slightly different approach now to the sculpting miniatures. We want to do something different. So the whole concept and idea is we have this sketch, and now that goes back to a artist which will then put the details on it, right? So you might not see much details on it. So bear in mind, this is just early sketches or whips, right? That's one of the factions. We want to combine this faction. We want to combine flesh with armor, flesh with a steel. We don't know whether it's gonna be well, we do know because artists will work on that one. But in general, that's the concept. Concept here is it's a flesh and combined with a armor. There's a floof for this one already. I think we should start sharing this floof maybe somewhere on Daka or some places like that.
Yeah. We can share some of the lore behind the faction maybe. Get people excited.
Exactly. So that's one of the type of factions. Here we're not quite sure about this model yet. We will see how it goes. It's a four-legged miniature model, kind of like kind of robot. But all those lines here, pipes here, they're gonna be flesh. They're gonna be flesh. This means like flesh, like veins and blood and such flying through. And then we have several more concepts. They're just roof concepts, just to have discussions about it and poses. I really like those. Reminds me about one of the video games which I in love with recently, because they bring that game back and it's working now again.
Yeah, this is for all you tower lovers out there.
Yeah, so they're very, very Titanfall-ish, let's say. And then another humans, so they're much more robotic style and such. So yeah, we haven't gone into designing pilots yet, so the things which are actually driving those vehicles or mechs, but that's what we have for Titanomach now. And as you can see, we carry on development. This game I want to have a salute, which is the second quarter, at least demo. So I'm gonna be there at Salute as well. I absolutely love Salute. I missed last year. I don't know why I missed, but I missed last year. I don't remember why. This year, sorry. But I want to be there. So yeah.
You can see in the whips, we've got Sergeant just for scale with his gun. Yeah.
That's actually miniature from Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
So you can see they're going to be quite large miniatures. Oh, something I completely forgot about it. What's this? Ta-da!
Do you want to move it to the face cam?
Oh, can I? Yeah, look
Down
at that. Hello there.
Hi there.
Okay, so that's the He-Man, oversized. This is a prize for the winner of. This is gonna be for the Polish tournament. Yes, for the Polish tournament, but the same will be for Spanish tournament and same will be for German tournament. So if you want one of those, and it's got full description on the bottom. If you want one of those, first of all, and you play Battleground, or if you don't play, just join it. But if you want one of those, participate in tournaments, because that's going to be one of the prizes.
It's actually crazy. My friend has a friend that actually plays this game as well, and he's really excited for all the stuff that we release. It's pretty weird.
No, why weird? I mean, this is not.
It's just crazy that
I'm Boomer. I know very well the. No, I'm not Boomer. I'm not that old to be Boomer. Come on. I'm
just joking. You're not a boomer.
I'm still.
You're just disconnected from social media. Although I can see you're kind of addicted to TikTok sometimes.
Yeah, there's lots of engineering stuff on TikTok. You'll be surprised.
Really? I mean, you can find anything there.
So yeah. So quickly about ESSEN. Let me just change the to this. Okay, that's ESSEN SPIEL. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Let me just check the questions.
An Evangelion on the desk.
Oh yeah, I remember very well Titan Annihilation. Actually, I played Titan. Oh Jesus, man, there was so many versions of Titan Annihilation, post the Titan Annihilation. Actually, the recent one was what was the game we played a lot?
Bar.
Oh, yeah, Bar. That's the one. We played quite a lot.
It's a fun game. I wonder what it's doing now. What they're doing now, because it's entirely like fan made.
Yeah, it's fan made. It's actually actually the game made right, because made by fans and balanced by fans and such. So they're not going for money whatsoever. They're just going for fun, which is great. That's a new quality though in the video games. Okay, anyway, coming back to the ESSEN SPIEL. ESSEN SPIEL was actually huge.
Massive stand.
Yeah, massive stand. We had a massive stand, and we're probably gonna have even bigger stand next year, because we have so many games to play.
Show off.
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, thank you to anyone to actually visit our stand and shake our hands and so on. We ran out of stock. With several things were sold out, which I was very surprised. On the second day there was some stuff sold out, and the third day we totally sold out of many things. So sorry for that if you couldn't get it. We'll make sure the next time we have more. That's the other things. And next time also we're going to be increasing number of demo tables. I know we only had 4 demo tables. We have 2 designated for heroes for the both versions, so normal board game and then the battleground one, battlefield. Battleground. And then we have Feats of Eternia and Battleground and Battlefield, the other one, the human. Anyhow, it was great. As I mentioned, I had only a few hours to walk and see what's out there, what's new. And this year, actually, there was no big titles. I mean, I haven't seen any. I mean, except maybe to Arcana, which was just totally overloaded with people buying the card game.
Lorcana card game. I was at GenCon, and the lines there were something else. It was really an absolute shock to me. I should have actually lined up. I think they were giving out free demos, or free samples, and some of them were going for like $100 or something.
Yeah. I mean,
so some of the cards.
Some of our team members were actually waking up at 6 o'clock just to go there and go into the line, which you could only access if you have the exhibitor pass. So they were the first in line or second in line, just waiting ready, for just to have a demo, just to get a small card. That's great, that's awesome.
Yes, the entire Disney franchise, like all Disney franchises. So there's a lot of materials to work with. There's a lot of people that really enjoy
exactly
some of the stuff from Disney.
That was the big one. I think that was the big one, and I haven't seen anything else, to be honest. I mean, everything which was already released last year. So from the miniatures games, absolutely nothing. I mean, the new Star Wars was released at UK Game Expo, so I could say that was new. I know there was a Star Wars card game, and that was actually maybe new because they were just testing and playtesting. People were actually trying this one out.
There's a lot of really good Star Wars games, or board games, or card games and stuff. Yeah. I've seen a lot. It's very surprising.
Yeah. But I've seen our partners, I've seen other companies we make miniatures for. We had a chat about it. We've seen how they look actually painted on a display, which was great. And as always, it's a great show. And I think this year they broke new record about number of attendees, at least comparing to last year, because it was so many people.
Oh, COVID's officially over. Mostly over.
Yeah, so many more people actually than last year, and they were queuing up and stuff like that. So very stuccessful. We had lots of visitors, big ones, distributors asking for our products, and then by sheer amount of stuff we have on our stand, it only shows how much we grow in retail just last year. I think when we started retail a year and a half ago, we only had like 2 pages of catalog. Our catalog of retail stuff was 2 pages. Now it's 80, and it's gonna double next year. So this is how big it is. I think that's it. I mean, I had more actually conclusions from last year ESSEN when I attended there, because the last year I've seen more female customers actually coming in and playing miniatures games. This year is exactly the same, so I can see that that trend is actually there, so which is absolutely amazing. But anything else I haven't seen. Well, it's a great show to be at and attended. So I hope to see you next year there.
Unfortunately, I didn't attend this year.
You will be next year there, because I'm hoping to have big announcement. Definitely Master of Orion, you will be able to play that game. That's one thing. And then I'm hoping to have 2 bigger announcements, at least new boxes at least. And so there will be reason to join us and come to our stand. Okay, let me just quickly check the questions, because we're already 1 hour and 17 minutes. I don't want to keep you
Carter Phyllis says, I think I remember you mentioning tournaments in HOM 3. Can you confirm that they will happen, and if so, whether you will be the organizer or let someone else do it?
We had an idea about organizing tournament during a Polish trade show, which is called Pyrkon. It's a huge one. About 25,000 people are coming through the door, and the idea was to combine this one with video game with the video game tournament in Poland, and then make it another one. We had a chat with CD Action. I don't know at what level we already finished this discussion, whether they're okay with us, because I know that they have their own tournament happening very, very close to Pyrkon. So maybe we're going to be doing 2 tournaments at the same time, or we will decide it later. But the Pyrkon is next year. Pyrkon is around about, what's in May, something like that. So we still have a little bit of time to actually get there. But yes. And then local tournaments. I mean, we already agreed that we already talked about this big thing, but we can do those things for every single game. So yeah,
special rewards for winners for local tournaments.
Special rewards, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So lots to look forward to for Heroes fans.
Yep, that should be something you should keep an eye on. Yeah. Is there any more questions?
There's one from TTS Spectre or TT Spectre. Second one.
This?
Yeah. Is there another Rampart campaign planned? I think this is something we talked about before, actually. If anything, we're probably going to put the terrain into probably Titanomachy, most likely, right?
That is correct. So Titanomachy release will require terrain, and this is a sci-fi terrain. So it will be included in the Titanomachy box. And also the part of expansion boxes will be also terrain. If you want to opt it for that, you may go just for the terrain from that campaign, or go for the full Titanomachy stuff.
I'm just saying straight up, a Cyber Tokyo with like Cyber Samurais, that's just cool, alright? That's just cool. I'm just asking straight up if we can have that.
Yeah.
Shion says, do you plan to have another big Dungeons and Lasers after Sorcerer's Spire? I think, I don't see why not.
Yeah. I really hope the next set of large big terrains gonna be fully pre-painted set. Mm-hmm. This is something I want to try it out. For those of you who wants to paint them by yourself, we don't know yet, we might release unpainted set as well. However, once you get the painted set, you can always repaint it or whatever, use that for something else. The painted sets are extremely important to our company. Like, this is something which is like a rocket fuel for us. It's going to be rocket fuel for us. Yeah, so many distributors, big ones, want something from us, but needs to be more accessible to customers. And we can make it by actually, creating pre-painted terrains. In fact, we had the biggest distributor of WizKids with us at ESSEN, and we talked about that one half an hour. How we could approach that. Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants a piece of this alien technology that we're developing right now. So
yeah, it's easy. It's easy. But anyway, that's the plan. Yeah. So expect more sets.
Martin Korma says, are there any interest in getting the Diablo IP on your site to create a board game out of it? I think it has the potential to be the biggest board game IP ever.
So I know the license is already in hands of a company, but it's not for the board game. I cannot say more because obviously this is kind of, but I know a company, they do have Diablo, it's not for the board game. And that's one thing. The other thing is not every single IP is accessible, and not every single IP owner wants to work with such a complex project. So let me just put this one into a real example, life example we had in our life experience. We had many years ago when we had one of the IPs. When we wanted to make a new version of the board game, we have seen the licensor. We showed them the board game, and we had a chat with the licensor, and the licensor looked at us and said, look, you want me to approve a board game with 150 different components, and my revenue will be XYZ. And that same person showed me a plate, just normal plate, like, the plate with the graphic on it. And there was also IP graphic, and the RP owner said to us, like, look, I got this plate approved in literally half an hour time. This is one component, and that one component will bring me more revenue and close my targets than your board game for the next 6 years. So yeah, that's the real deal. Many companies which hold great IPs and you would like to have this IP for the board game, they're going to say to you no, because it's too much work for them and too much money to bring back. And that's real. I mean, I totally understand. I totally understand them. I know that, you know, the complexity of projects not always bring cash into. Yeah. But I know something. Just stay tuned for the BlizzCon. I believe they're gonna have announcement on BlizzCon.
Yeah.
It'd be great to actually make the Diablo board game. I mean,
yeah, just going back to, you know,
just going back to this one, we had a project which was called Hellgate. Which is not closed project. I mean, we had even concept for miniatures, but the biggest problem was we wanted to actually include our terrain in it, so like 3D terrain, is to make it proper experience, Diablo experience, let's say, on a board, right, with, you know, 3D sets, elements and such. But back then the problem was it was unpainted, so you would have to paint this terrain, and it was quite difficult to sell something to customers, telling them, oh look, you have to paint this one and such. It's like, you know, also assembling miniatures, same story for the board game, right? So it's you have to go for those ones which don't mind. But you know, with this pre-painted technology, we will see how it will go with the caves, and it's actually going to open many new doors. I mean, there is a game which we developed literally 2 years ago, which is absolutely fantastic. It's sitting at the moment in a freezer. I mean, we have a freezer when we have many projects in this freezer. We usually pull the projects from the fridge freezer. It sits in the freezer only because we couldn't get a proper solution for painted terrain, or painted plastic elements, let's say. So now, yeah, once I have this technology developed and once actually working to the level I'm happy with, this means it scale up to mass production, we will go back to all those ideas and then definitely put something out there. Yeah, put something out there. But Diablo is a great idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Not to the level, yeah.
Mr. Bonky says, you can see that people are still starved for dystopian and techno future, even though we had a few games in Deus Ex or Cyberpunk setting. It's not enough. And I agree 100%. I'm still asking for more Cyberpunk stuff. I'm hoping for Cyberpunk DNL, maybe someday.
Hey, you had a chance to speak to Mike Pondsmith.
Yeah.
He came to you. You had a chat. You know that
I came to him and I asked for it, and he said he wasn't against it. So, I mean, hey, we just need to reach out. Maybe
Mike Pondsmith sent me his personal phone number. I got Mike Pondsmith.
Yeah, you've got his personal phone number.
You don't know, but Mike Pondsmith is my hero. Is my childhood hero, and this company, everything around it wouldn't be existent really because of Mike Pondsmith. Without him, yes. Well, not without him, like physical help, but without what he actually did. Like he created Cyberpunk, right? So RPG. So back then, our neighborhood wasn't the greatest and the best. So we were getting into trouble here and there. And a friend of mine actually got me out of the trouble by, come on, let's play some RPG games. And I didn't actually at the beginning was kind of, okay, let's try it. Let's see how it goes. And it was Cyberpunk. So for 2 years, 3 years, it kept me away from troubles. All my friends, all my neighborhood was getting more and more into troubles, and I was actually saved from that. So
it's funny how history repeats itself, though, because it's pretty much like the exact same stuff happened to me as well. When it comes to we used to play D&D, but I also brought the Cyberpunk book one time as well
so I got a couple sessions. Few pictures from with Mike, and I've got even signed my old Cyberpunk book was signed by the Mike Smith. Great guy. It's a little bit slow in terms of working with technology at the moment because
replying back.
Yeah, maybe? The age factor, but
he's a good guy. He's very good.
He's very good. So I was hoping to see him at ESSEN, but he wasn't attending this year. He was at Percon a couple of years ago. He came to me and we had a chat, a lot of chat about the cyberpunk, about the future and stuff like that. So he's really into the train and miniatures we make and such. So maybe at some point we will. Cyberpunk would be the ultimate goal, or the proper Cyberpunk 2020.
Yeah, but is it the proper one?
Yeah, it is, because I'm the
for me
it is.
fan. Okay, maybe for you. Okay, 2020 is like second edition, right?
2020 is 2020. Yes, it is.
But people, I mean,
there's a few editions, but 2077, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I did like the video game, but I think that it didn't show that much future as you would expect it to. But okay.
I mean, there's a lot of people playing Cyberpunk Red right now. I know one of my friends is.
What, the RPG
running, yeah, Cyberpunk Red.
Red one.
It's based in 2077, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, not too familiar, but one of my friends is running like multiple sessions or campaigns.
I've got the books at home. We could play.
No, we just need to get more people, I guess.
Let's get Agata. She will play as well. Okie dokie. So. No worries. Always happy to answer. At the end of the day, this is Emma, so we have to answer questions.
Yes, introduce your kids to wargaming and they will never have money for drugs. This is very true.
That's very true, yes.
Instead, they'll be using plastic crack to satiate their addiction.
But that's better plastic crack than anything else. And I think a couple things about the wargaming is not only that. I think like RPG and the wargaming both are so much, it requires so much interaction between the humans when they play and such, that, believe me or not, those people, the kids doing much better in life when they actually play in these games.
You learn social skills when playing
that's
them.
The thing. That's the thing. And social skills in your life, whenever you adult life, is extremely important. I mean, guys, I'm preaching to you, I shouldn't, but I think that's the thing about the kids nowadays, spending too much time on the video games, and the social life is completely out of the window.
Okay, says you.
I had my chance to live normal life and play video games and war games and everything else along. So painting my miniatures, playing tons of RPG games, tons. Yeah.
I'm talking about now, though.
Nowadays?
Nowadays, you're on your phone all the time.
No, not true. Okay. Shadowrun is fun game. Yeah, fun fact, we used to make miniatures for Shadowrun. Long time ago, there was a video game, Shadowrun, released, and they contacted us to make some miniatures. We made those miniatures for them. They sent it out and such.
Squall says, will we get new things for Wolfenstein in the future? It's unlikely because
the license
expired.
License ran out, and we have just decided to keep a little bit more stock for sales. Obviously,
for retail.
For retail, we paid upfront to the licensor for those things. But in general, the license ran out, and although we had discussion about the expansion, and that discussion was happening a few years ago. But back then, licensor was actually a little bit busy with other projects, and they said maybe just let's put this one aside. But we might have more projects with Bethesda, Microsoft. We will see how it goes.
Yeah, they got really a lot of cool games, lots of cool IPs.
Yep. That's the thing about the Shadowrun. What's funny, I really liked Shadowrun. I think even more than, because we used to play 2 RPGs, and that was Warhammer Fantasy, and I'm actually 3, because Cthulhu, Zev Cthulhu, how they call of Cthulhu. That was the second one, and the third one was the we haven't played Shadowrun. I didn't like it because I couldn't find people to play Shadowrun. I had the books and everything else, but people didn't want it. But and the Cyberpunk. Oh, there was also one more, In Nomine Magnae Veritas. You might not know that game, but it was banned in the United States for some time. In Nomine. It was about angels, demons, and in general, very good. We had a very good game masters for that. You know them?
Oh yeah. Heros, would you consider contacting Hoyoverse for license for one of their settings? The fan base is literally ready to throw cash at anything from my experience. This is very true. Dare I say they're a little bit obsessed. Hoyoverse is the people behind Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact, the really big anime type games.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, they're Chinese developers.
Chinese?
Yeah, the Chinese developers.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was like mainly Japan or...
Oh, no. In general, the anime art style has also moved to other countries in Asia, especially like South Korea and also Japan, China.
So, we now have a company which is very, very interested, and actually they're gonna manufacture Chinese version of Heroes. And they distribute other products as well. So maybe we could ask them to connect us somehow. Maybe.
I mean, Hoyoverse is absolutely massive at this point. It's such a big company. It's actually crazy.
Remember, what was the games?
Well, Honkai Star Rail's most recent one, but they're also behind Genshin Impact.
I know that one.
Honkai Third Impact.
Yeah, Micha was mentioning something about it.
Yeah, I think his daughter plays it now or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I personally, I've played like maybe an hour or two of Genshin, but I think it's a good game. It's actually surprising how it's not pay to win at all, despite being free to play. A free-to-play Chinese game that's not pay to win is very, very surprising. It's like a really typical RPG.
Yeah.
Very similar to Legend of Zelda, which I appreciate. I think it's very cool.
That's some good question. Will the Cockatrickle and the Dark Hydra will show up in the caves, or do we need to wait for the next miniature campaign? I believe for the next miniature campaign. Yes. I'm going to answer to you. So, okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niflheim was the French game that likewise didn't grab people, but it was very cool. Yeah. In Omnia, we had amazing game master. He could really put out great sessions. Well, we played the Vampire Masquerade. We did play that one as well. But
you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, there you go.
In Piła, where we're located currently in our town, we had every year we had like a massive convention, and we had building from the military, so we had like a massive amount of cellars in there. So we play in the cellars. So the smell of cellar, I don't know if you know how old cellar smells. Like a caves, like a literary dungeon. So we were playing.
Very thematic.
Yeah, we were playing there constantly, and there was no heating. So during winter was kind of cold, and we needed actually to bring some stuff like. But during the summer was actually quite cold as well. So that's good. So it was keeping the temperature. So the theme was amazing, right? When we played, and we always played with the candles, and for some of the rooms there was no light at all. I remember battling with rats and battling with physical rats just to get them out of the building, just because we wanted to play some RPG sessions. That was a good times. That was a really good times. Okay, I'm getting too nostalgic. Okay, I think we're gonna be wrapping up.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour 37 minutes. Sorry for
quite lengthy.
Keep you that long. I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice weekend. Usually now we're gonna be doing this the live chats every every second Thursday, like today. Yeah. What else? That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think.
That's everything. Okay. Thank you very much for dialing, and see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, thank you for coming.